Hey guys, it's me, Nate. Today's video is going to be a recap of how my FLL students did in their qualifier tournament. And then also I'm going to be giving you a tip if you're advancing to World Championships on the robot game. So let's, before we get started, I just want to mention at 300 subscribers, we're still going to be doing a giveaway. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you interact in my channel. So like comment, ask questions, things like that. And that'll get you an entry into the giveaway. Also, if you think that anyone, like your friends or your fellow team members will benefit from my channel, please, recommend it and tell them to subscribe if they want to get, the videos as soon as they come out. So with that said, let's get started. So on January 12th, Saturday, January 12th is when my FLL team competed. I've been really busy mainly because that's why I haven't posted a video. Because I was helping the event take down the equipment, I was helping them set it up the day before, and it's just been a really busy, I also started, my college courses again. It's been a very busy season, so I'll still be posting, don't give up on me, I'm still posting. It's probably just going to be about one video a week though. So anyway, we had our competition on January 12th. We, had practiced the day before. My FLL team, we were feeling pretty confident. We did pretty well in our judging. We definitely have some improvements to make, as all teams should. I definitely, encourage those teams after the event to get a hold of your judging scores or on your comments from the judges and try to improve on those weaknesses. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to improve on the weaknesses that we got, from the judges and the comments. So our judging went fairly well. We did pretty good in all three categories, judging. But we weren't first place in all three, so we definitely have some improvement to make. We also, it was really fun for the kids because we encouraged them to, go to other teams and cheer them on during the robot game. And we also had these, if you've ever seen the movie Toy Story, we've had, with those little aliens that in the claw machine, we had, that was the theme for our team. So we had all the students wearing, hats of the little aliens. So it was pretty cool. And we really kind of just tried to, energize the competition for the students. So they had a lot of fun with that. Now, when it came to robot game, we definitely had some problems. These maps were brand new. They had never been used before. So they were, brand new. When they were laid on the field, I think they still had some oils on them from just being, untouched and completely fresh. And so our robot, as well as many other robots at the competition, did have some problems. The robot wheels were slipping on the field due to the oils not getting dug into, so it was kind of like the oils were slipping on the wheels, and so the wheels weren't working all that well. The students worked very hard to work on trying to tune the robot to that type of field, and we did fairly well. We definitely had some problems, as many teams experience. When you get to the event, you have to tune your robot to it. We actually expected to go to the event and get 330 points, which we were, getting in our practice the night before. Unfortunately, throughout the rounds of competition, we just knew issues kept arising, and it was just, with the judging rounds and things like that, we just didn't have enough time to, work on tuning the programming. And unfortunately, we only scored 130. Mainly because that first run, if you've seen my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. The one with the really big attachment and the rack and pinion system that goes in and out of the robot. That one, which is a big point value for our team, it gains a lot of points for us. That one ended up having some problems, and so it never really worked, and so we didn't get any of those points. It also gave us the touch penalty because it didn't work well and the robot got stuck on things. And, overall, we didn't get, the points we planned to. It ended up kind of causing a ripple effect and messing everything else up. The good news is that we came in second place robot game. We did advance to our next competition, to our championship round. So we found the weaknesses the robot had, and we plan on, being able to fix those. So then we're good to go in the championship competition. The students are very excited. They're very pumped up to try, and encouraged and determined to fix these problems we had. So I'm very excited to see if they end up getting that fixed. And then also, so we did advance. We did come in second place robot game. Congratulations to the first place winner. And then also, we are obviously, learning from our mistakes. So we definitely have things to improve upon. That first run, we worked on fine tuning it to the oils and things like that, and we have an idea on how we're going to fix that. The other thing is we have methods on how we're going to score these points faster. That way, our time constraint isn't as big. So we're very determined to be able to come back into the championship round as strong as ever. And the kids are very encouraged that they advanced, and I'm really going to support them in their excitement, and we'll see how it goes. I'll update you guys as we get closer to the competition. Our students also actually cheered on other teams. They made these, we had our students make these custom noise makers. So they built them out of Legos. They're basically just Lego toys that make a bunch of noise that the students built. And so the students would encourage other teams when they were going, when the other teams were going out for competitions and their matches. And it was really cool to see, the first community all, encouraging each other. So that was great. Now, let's get to the tip that I was talking about. If your team did advance to the next round, like the regional tournament or your championship or even world championships, there's going to be a tip I'm going to give you, which is a prediction. So it's not like something that's a guarantee, but it's my prediction on how the FLL robot game is going to play out for the top tier teams. So like the top 3 placed robot game teams, I think I have a tip that if you plan on being very competitive in robot, it can definitely help you with that. So with that said, let's just move to the game field and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You've heard me talk about this mission so many times, and I'm going to be talking about it again. I've actually even made a video on this because it's this one mission, because it's such a intricate mission and such a critical part of the FLL game. Most teams don't realize how critical this mission is going to play out when it comes to World Championships, the solar panel mission. So basically, the general idea, you get points for pressing it forward, you get points for pulling it back, you get points if both of them are facing the same direction of the field, and things like that. Now, there's no limitations as far as if you push yours forward, the team on the opposite field can come back and push it back. So there's no, limitations on that kind of stuff. So many teams now, such as, basically, let's talk about this first. How are you going to be able to make sure that if you press it forward, you keep those points, right? And the team on the opposite side at World Championships doesn't come back and push it back. How do you prevent that from happening? Well, I think one of the things that teams are focusing on now, there's a couple methods to that. One of the methods that even my team is focusing on is we press both solar panels towards the end of the match. That way, the other team that we're versing against doesn't have that much time to be able to press it back, right? So that's one method. However, at World Championships, I think the top 5 robot games, robots, in the robot game, are going to be doing a little bit different of an approach. And this is my prediction, again, so I could be wrong, but this is, what I think is how it's going to play out at World Championships. I think that right now, let's just say, teams like I mentioned are racing to push the solar panel at the end of the match, right? So right now, teams are racing to see who can press it at the very end of the match. That way they get to keep their points. However, at World Championships, I think this mission is going to be completely the opposite. I think teams are going to be racing to see who can press it first. Now, let me explain why I think that's going to happen. I think teams are going to be having these giant attachment contraptions, right? To where they race up to the field in the very beginning, they drop it on the field, and it locks the solar panel forward, and thus the solar panel cannot be pushed back for the rest of the duration of the match. I think that's kind of how the game is going to be played out for those top tier teams. They're going to, race in the very beginning of the match, drop something that just stays here the duration of the match and holds the solar panel forward, and that way it cannot be pushed back. Well, that's my tip, is that, keep that in mind when you get to higher competitions such as, championships and world championships. Just keep in mind, that's how I think the solar panel mission is going to evolve at world championships. And, if this benefited you, I'm glad, and I hope that you guys can, I hope this opened up a new perspective of this mission for you guys.